Well, we're looking forward to playing tomorrow night. Another tough opponent coming into Memorial. We're happy to have a chance to play at home, and Ole Miss has a good team, and we'll have to be ready to earn a victory. So, looking for a good practice today, and excited to have another chance to play.
How practice has been since the Alabama game?
Well, we had a couple sessions yesterday, just trying to, I just was so disappointed in the effort. And, it's one thing if you are trying really hard and teams are scoring on you, and it's a totally different issue when you're not trying very hard. And so yesterday morning early, we watched the film and watched what we needed to get corrected and worked on that some yesterday morning, and then yesterday afternoon had a very physical practice and just trying to find the right kind of attitude that we need to have because if you play that way, you give yourself a chance to lose, and we certainly don't want to lose. We want to win this game Thursday night. So I thought it ended up pretty good yesterday, and I thought the players felt like they got better.
You guys lead the SEC in offensive rebounding, which is kind of astounding given that you lost your key rebounder from last season. What's been kind of the key to that for you guys this season?
Well, we felt like as a coaching staff that we had a talented team, and we felt like if they did certain things, they could give themselves a chance to win the SEC. And one thing that I shared with the team early in the season as we were previewing the SEC season and trying to prepare for that in the non-conference, as long as I've been around the league, I've never seen the champion not be a good offensive rebounding team. That's just always been true with the great Tennessee teams, with the great Georgia teams, the Auburn team that won. They just were good. That's just for whatever reason, always an indicator of excellence in this conference. And so we challenged them. We tried to just make it a point of emphasis. I think there were a few games early on, Jen, where we weren't going, and we had some video evidence, and so we just started constructing practice where effort on the boards is valued. So it's hard to drill. It's hard to put in a drill for offensive rebounding other than you put they have these lids you can put on a basket and things like that. We've done some things like that, but really I think it's the player's mindset, reminding them of it, coaching it every day in practice, and then having really good athletes. And we can rebound from the guard position that helps you. We have people, Bernicia can fly in there, Adia can fly in there, Megan can fly in there. We can go get some boards, and it doesn't just have to be our 4 or our 5.
Is that you said that the champions always are able to do that, or seem to always be able to do that. It seems sort of rudimentary, but is that just being able to clean up your own mess means more points? I mean, is that?
Well, I think on nights when you don't particularly shoot the ball well, it's just adding another dimension to your offense, and it's a dimension we need because we struggle to execute a lot of times, but it is sort of cleaning up a mess a little bit there because you can get away without just being the greatest execution team if you can really pound the boards. I mean, some of the Tennessee teams, and the one that I coached on, were pretty good executing, but they were unbelievable at offensive rebounding. And then when you coach against them and you're an assistant coach and you're preparing a scouting report, it was the same scouting report every time, and it still is. You have to keep them off the boards. You have to keep them off the boards. So it is a simple concept, again, not easy to do, and very few teams do it.
Does it make it harder for you guys because you're shooting so many threes that maybe those rebounds don't come from where they're supposed to come from, or does that change?
As far as a second chance point, that might affect you a little bit. It really works to our advantage as far as getting it because we're quick to the ball, and a lot of those are long rebounds, so we can hustle that down. And You'll see Castine do that a lot. You'll see a lot of different players run the ball down. So we might not be as traditional as some of those great Tennessee teams that have the big players that are just getting them in there close and just keep putting them back in. But I think it's very important for this team to understand the importance of that, of offensive rebounding.
Does the second half performance against Alabama help you get the team's attention and focus as an Ole Miss team that comes in a little bit not as highly touted?
Yeah, I think it does exactly that, where we went on the road and didn't shoot the ball well at Auburn, but just played fantastic defense. And we didn't have anybody in the stands for us, and it was not anything manufactured from something outside of the players on the court. They had to get the job done. So then we come back home to a sellout crowd alumni day. Everybody should be excited, and then you don't perform as well. And so what the lesson is nobody's going to do what we try to do defensively except for the players, and you don't get credit for doing well on Thursday night, and then Sunday you show up and can't do it. And so, really the way that we play is a challenge, because every time you have to repeat it, and you have to go and put the effort out there, and you have to really have a desire to do that. So I do think coming off a Thursday night game, when you turn the home team over 30 times, and we were on pace to do that in the first half. We turned Alabama over 16 times, and we were trying to get there again. And, for whatever reason, long season, loss of focus, whatever it was, it didn't look too good. And so we showed that to them, and I would expect a better defensive performance on Thursday night.
Apparently, Coach Cal said his players come and watch your team, and they're a little bit jealous at how fast, tempoed, aggressive you guys are on defense. And he's a little frustrated that they want to play the way that your kids play. Do you have any comment about that, or has he talked to you about that at all?
We have not talked about that. I did not know that the guys may be jealous for a while, but it's not. Just tell the guys it's not all it's cracked up to be. It's a lot of. It's. I'm not sure how much they would enjoy it after all. The practices are pretty tough, but it was interesting. I did not catch much of the game last night, but I did catch a part where it said he wanted to be last in the league in steals,
right.
and I had to stop for a minute and think about that, because we're probably trying to be first in steals, and so maybe I will go talk to him about that. That's a joke now. That's all in good fun. I understood what they're trying to do, but I think when you are whatever and number one in the country, I think you have a pretty good handle on what you need to do with your basketball team. So,
how would you think that group would fit into your style, though?
I think they fit in great. They're good to me. I think they'd be really good at it. I think they'd be good at 3-on-3 or 4-on-4, whatever you wanted to play with that group. I think they'd be fine.
Is there a level of camaraderie with the men's team? I think there are only 2 teams in the country where both their men and women are undefeated, and it's kind of nice to share that little Joe Craft mutual area. It
is, and the guys come out and sit and watch the games, and John and I, he comes over all the time, or I'm going over there, and we have a real good relationship, and he has a terrific staff, and I think our folks are good people, and so it's a great atmosphere. It's a lot of fun to see everybody doing well. But I think it's a real credit to John, because he walked in the door with that kind of attitude, and he's a terrific guy, and I've learned a lot from him, and he's been a huge supporter of our program, and it is a really good atmosphere.
Now, in the efforts to win an SEC title, how much pressure are you finding the fact that Tennessee just refuses to lose a second game and creating any separation?
Yeah, it's you try really hard to stay focused on what you have to do, and that's what I was alluding to earlier. Times we spent together, I just don't think you can lose very many games and think about being the champion. I think it's just shaping up to be that kind of year. So, you know, I think it's going to always be hard to win the SEC title. We've never done it while I've been here, and nobody's done it in 30 years. So nobody really knows exactly how hard it is, but we have an idea, and it's just going to be hard, and it should be. It's you know, historically the greatest league of women's college basketball ever, and it should be something you have to earn. So I'm excited about that aspect. You know, it's not going to be probably 12-4 winning the league. I don't think. You never know. I mean, we still have a long. That's the crazy thing. We have 7 more games left, and so anything could happen. But I am not expecting Tennessee to lose a bunch of games. So every single game becomes very, very important. And so actually, in a way, it helps you focus. I think it actually helps you focus because you can't, and you shouldn't ever, but for the sake of this discussion, you can't say, hey, if we get 2 of the next 4, or, you know, if we finish 4-3 down the stretch, if you were to look at it that way, I don't think that would be an intelligent way to look at it, even if you were. I mean, I look at them as being very formidable, very tough to beat, so it simplifies things almost.
It's still really early to be talking about this kind of thing, but bracketology has 8 SEC teams now into the NCAA tournament. Does that surprise you? I mean, everybody was kind of saying maybe this is a down year in the SEC. Have you been, you know, surprised by the level?
I'm not sure what 8 they have in, but the conference is very even right now, which I think means healthy. You know, the Florida-Arkansas game comes down the wire. That's 2 really, really good teams. Florida lost 2 games to us, you know, by very slim margins. So they're a good basketball team. Arkansas has reeled off however many in a row. I don't know, 4 or 5. And so I'm not surprised at that. And, you know, Tennessee's one of the top RPI teams in the league, so that gives you some strength in the league, I mean, in the nation. So, well, it'd be great. I'd love to see 8 teams in.
Anything else?
You think in the back row back there?
That's it. Any question?
All right. That's it?